Hi everyone, my name is Mackenzie Hawkins and I'm going to explain the stepping stones to a successful reader's theater. Now to begin, my first step is in order to help my students increase their fluency with their lines, we're going to do what's called repeated readings. And this means that we're going to read the text over and over again. And while this may seem silly at first, I want you to recognize that as you read it more and more and more, you're developing you're becoming more familiar with the text and you're learning how to read it in the best way possible. We will be reading our lines from what is called a script. And as you read, I want you to try your hardest to put yourself in the shoes of your character. Try and feel what they're feeling. On the second slide, I have the parts to a script. So you'll see on the left-hand side, there's the characters. In this case, it's the hare, the tortoise, and the fox. And on the right-hand side, we have 3 narrator parts. Down below the character list is the character lines, and this is what we will be reading in our actual play. Step 2 of my process is trying to recognize how you can best read your lines. So in order to help you know how to read your lines, you can use what's called voice inflection, and that is changing the way your voice sounds as you read the lines depending on how the punctuation in the sentence is. So you'll see on the bottom of the slide that there's 3 sentences. And I'm going to read these 3 sentences, and I want you to listen to the difference in my voice when I read them. So the first one says, "The sky is falling." And then the second one says, "The sky is falling." And the third one says, "The sky is falling." So you can hear that depending on the different ways that the sentence is punctuated can mean all the difference. Another vocabulary term that I want to cover is voice projection, and this has to do with the volume of your voice. So I want you to make sure that as you read your lines that everybody, including the person way in the back of the room, can hear you nice, loud, and clear. I want you to pretend that you have a microphone in front of you. We won't actually have a microphone, but using what's called voice projection, you will be able to make sure that all your audience members can hear your lines. And finally, the third and final step of a successful reader's theater is the performance. This is an important part of the process because this is when all of our work comes to a close. So I want you to pay close attention to your group members. I don't want any obvious delays between the lines, so you need to be following along with your eyes and your ears on your scripts. Another important part of being a good group member is to not distract attention from the reader. So you need to keep your hands and your script still while other people are reading. And if you follow these 3 steps closely, I'm sure that you will be able to obtain a successful reader's theater in your classroom. Thank you.